Hello, everybody, and welcome to Sheboygan A's Baseball at Wildwood Park. My name is Mike Martin, and along with Matt Crowley, we will be bringing you tonight's game versus the West Allis Nationals. This is a Wisconsin State League game. The starting pitchers for this game, for Sheboygan, Brad Reinflesch, and for West Allis, John Keene. Starting lineup for West Allis, managed by Steve Elliott. They have Gavin Bennett leading off at catcher and catching. Batting second is the center fielder, Jonah Meidel. Batting third is the designated hitter, Alex Elliott. Batting fourth and playing second base, Brian Hunsinger. Batting fifth, the first baseman, Brady Margette. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Charlie Bourbon. Batting seventh and playing right field, Aaron Gex. Batting eighth, the shortstop, Logan Rodeman. And batting ninth and playing third base, Kyle Kalkoff. Again, Keene pitching, Gavin Bennett catching. Defensively for Sheboygan, managed by Tim Moyer with assistance from Ken Neese. We have Harry Stelt at first, Ross Christ at second, Jacob Neese at third, and Joey Pettit at short. In the outfield, we have Cole Erickson in left, T.D. Walker in center, and Jacoby Andreas in right. Catching, first game this year for the A's, Colin Butkevich, and pitching, Brad Reinflesch. Our umpires tonight, we have Jason Worth behind home plate and Phil Ducat on the bases. Stepping in to lead off the ball game is the Nationals catcher, Gavin Bennett. Nice to see Colin Butkevich back. Reinflesch with the fastball. Bennett swings and misses. Fly ball out to left. Erickson ranges over and makes the one-handed catch. And that brings up Jonah Meidel, the center fielder. Got a couple of things going on tonight. It's sponsors night at the ballpark. They had a big picnic going on prior to the game. Looks like we're going to have a nice crowd. Denny Moyer will make an appearance up here in the booth. We'll be interviewing him. And look for that during the fifth inning. We had a very nice rendition of the national anthem tonight by Chris Berg. A pretty nice night for a ball game. We'll give you the weather report after this pitch. "75 degrees at game time. It's cloudy, but the wind is very calm. You can see there's no movement out there with the flag. It is quite humid. I don't think the ball is going to travel very well like it has been in previous nights that we've been out here. Had a lot of rain, of course, here in the Sheboygan area, but I'll tell you, the field looks great. That strike evens the count at 2-2. Coming into tonight's game, Sheboygan is 1-2 versus West Allis. And a swing and a miss. Good breaking pitch that time. And Meidel couldn't catch up to it. And that brings up the number 3 hitter and designated hitter, Alex Elliott. Designated hitter, number 23, Alex Elliott. Reinflesch is making his 8th appearance and his 5th start. He does have 2 complete games. ERA is a very nice 3.25. Record is 1-2. Sheboygan on the season is still trying to climb above that 500 mark. They're 15-16. Pitch goes off the face mask of the umpire, and he appears to be okay. Just wondering if Reinfleisch and Butkevich got mixed up. He barely got a glove on that pitch. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. That strike call makes it 2 balls and 1 strike. The ball fouled off, evens the count. There's 2 outs and nobody on. No score. Pitch is way high and outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Elliott fouls that pitch straight back. Count remains 3-2. Assistant coach Ken Neist showing good hustle, getting the ball, beat the bat boy out there for it. Another fouled back by Elliott. Bat boy a little unsure of himself now. He gets out there and gets it. Pitch is inside for ball 4. With 2 outs, we have a runner on first. And that brings up Brian Hunsinger, the second baseman. Isn't very often you see the second baseman batting fourth. Hunsinger breaking the mold in that department. Usually the second baseman will bat leadoff or bat second or lower in the order because they're not real strong hitters. Which is on the outside corner for strike 1. For example, Ryan Sandberg, who is a really good hitter, Hall of Famer, former Chicago Cub, usually batted not 4th or 5th. He's a little lower in the order. Sometimes would bat as high as 2nd. We were not able to get any stats for West Allis, so we're running blind in that department. We'll do the best we can. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Good fastball by Reinfleisch. He's coming off an off-season injury, but each time we see him pitch, he seems to be a little more at ease and getting into baseball shape. Especially pitching shape. One thing we do like about Reinfleisch is he is a quick worker. Elliott holding at first. That pitch comes in outside. Another 3-2 count. Elliott will be on the move on this pitch. Barry Stelt holding him on. Check swing. Looked like he went. Doesn't appear to be any appeal to the base umpire. It is ball 4 to Hunsinger. And West Allis has something going with 2 outs in the first inning.
Number 14,
Brady Margat, the first baseman, and number 5 hitter is up. Brady, a tall, lanky first baseman. Reinfleisch retired the first 2 batters easily and struggled with the next 2. The velocity's there. We got to get the control. Pitch is fouled off. Let me give you our lineup tonight for announcing. I'll do innings 1 and 2. Matt's going to do 3 and 4. I'll do 5, and that'll be our interview inning with Denny Moyer. And then Matt's back for 6 and 7, and I'll do 8 and 9. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Margot. Breaking pitch is just a little bit high. Evens the count at 2 and 2, but Kavich holding it there, allowing umpire Worth to get a good look at it, but he decided it was high. We don't want to go 3 and 2 again. Let's get him on this 2-2 pitch. Well, 3-2 pitch. Runners will be going. Infield is deep at all positions. Got Alex Elliott at second, Brian Hunsinger at first. Those two players walked. Payoff pitch. Swing and fouled off. Outfield is medium depth, not real deep, and straight away. Get a good look at Walker out in center. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Rindfleisch finished the inning off with a strikeout, and after a half inning of play, West Allis nothing, Sheboygan coming up.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually...
Leading off with the eighth, second baseman number 31, Ross Christ.
Ross Christ is leading off for Sheboygan. Ross is hitting .326 as he steps in. Has 7 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. Also leads the club in stolen bases with 10. He's had a real nice season so far. The usual cast of characters up here in the press box. Bill Wagner is our field announcer, doing a great job with that. CJ Skelton running the audio enhancements and announcements. He's also doing a great job with that. Matt Crowley and I are the live stream announcers, and we're doing an outstanding job over here. Everybody up in the booth so far is a perfect game going. We'll see if we can take care of that. Our interns, we have, of course, Matt Crowley with me. Ben Salutes is our social media guy. I haven't seen him. Is he here tonight, Matt? And Jacob Maternowski running the team store, among other things. May have mentioned Jacob attends UW Lacrosse, my alma mater. Except he's an Eagle. I was an Indian. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ross Christ. Drills one to right, but right there to make the grab is Gex. Hit it hard, but it's caught. Next up is Colin Butkevich. Colin was a 400 hitter last year. The only thing holding Colin back was he got a late start with Sheboygan, only had 30 at-bats. 12 for 30. Did have a couple of doubles. I think most people would say Colin's strength is his ability to call and catch a good game. That's probably where his greatest value to the club comes. Colin must have played a couple of games this weekend in the West Bend tournament. He's 3 for, pardon me, let me check this once more. 2 for 8, hitting .250. So, CJ just told me that Colin will be leaving after this ball game. He signed a contract with the Milwaukee Milkmen. It's an independent professional baseball team. So they get meal money, is that it? That's what I mean, not too much. He's getting paid more than we ever got paid to play baseball, that's for sure. Well, if this is going to be Colin's last game before going to the Milkmen, hopefully he can leave with a flourish. 3-2 pitch coming. Drive, fair ball down the left field line, hustling around first base. And he's going to chug into second, sliding, out. Good throw by the left fielder, Charlie Bourbon. And Colin hustling all the way, but was thrown out at second base. Give him a single, and then he's put out at second, 7-4. That brings up Harry Stelt. Harry's leading the club in hitting. Hitting .362, having an outstanding year with 10 home runs and 28 RBIs. First pitch is in there for a strike. Pitch looked a little outside. Harry swung at it and missed. No balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball out to right. X makes it look easy out there. Racing back, making the one-handed grab. And at the end of 1 full inning of play, no score.
I'm not usually...
I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly...
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
In my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down! There you are.
You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
I'm not.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Charlie Bourbon will lead off the top of the second for West Allis. Charlie made that nice throw to second base to get Colin Butkevich. Had several real nice plays by the Nationals outfielders. Aaron Gex in right made a real nice catch the end of the inning going away. It was hit hard by Harry Stelt. But like we mentioned in the opening, that no wind blowing out. It's quite humid. The ball's not going to travel like it has been so far this summer. Yeah, Matt's mentioning on the computer it says rain coming, and we looked at that when I was at home, and there's a band coming north of us that's going to head southeast, but it looks like it's breaking up on its way, and if we get anything, it's going to be quite light, I think. You looked too, Matt? Didn't show anything. Nice breaking pitch is in for a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes now to Bourbon. Yeah, it looks pretty heavy, but it looks like we might get knocked. Line drive, base hit over Pettit's head. Bourbon really squared that pitch up and knocked the line drive over Pettit's head into left center field. Aaron Gex is next. Oh, and you look at him at the plate, Matt, he looks like a big boy. Big power. Yeah, but boy, the way he moved out in right field, a little harder to judge his build when he's that far away, but he moves good for a big guy. Breaking pitch hangs up high. There's nobody out. We're in the top of the second. Bourbon is on at first with a base hit. No score. Rindfleisch on the bump for Sheboygan. We got Stelt at first, Christ at second, Neese at third, and Joey Pettit at short. Cole Erickson's in left, T.D. Walker in center, and Jacoby Andreas in right. Butkevich made it close. Boy, had a nice throw to Harry, but couldn't get the tag in time. That pitch was a ball. Aaron Gex is at the plate with a 3-ball, no-strike count. See if he has the green light. He did. Fouled it out of play. Rindfleisch had a little control problem in the first inning, got the first two batters, and then walked a pair before striking out Margot. And now Bourbon has led off with a base hit, and he's got a 3-run count to Gex. Looked like he took a little something off that pitch, and Gex was ahead of it. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch was inside, buckled Gex's knees, but he was able to hold up on the swing and draws a walk. And again, the Nationals are threatening. The difference between this and the first inning is that there's nobody out this time. Rodman, the shortstop, is up next. Waiting on deck is the third baseman, Kyle Kolkoff. This should be the part of the order where you should be able to get some outs, the 8 and 9 hitters. First pitch is fouled off. We mentioned in the West Bend tournament that was really hard to. Another pitch fouled at home plate. Hard to get many games in because of all the rain, but they did a whale of a job getting in what they could. Sheboygan did play their 3 games. Unfortunately, they only won 1 and lost 2. Rodman down on strikes. Last night at Menasha, Sheboygan won 4-2. Recolaitis, the winning pitcher.
Third baseman, number 8, Kyle Kolkoff.
168 pitches thrown by Recolaitis. Did record 16 strikeouts. That was a 9-inning game, I take it. Menasha's always been a tough team for Sheboygan to play. I mean, I remember that back when I was playing back in the late 60s, early 70s. Back then, it's like they had a whole bunch of really good hitters. The thing that held them up a little bit, not too much against us, I guess, but was they just didn't have any top-notch pitching. They've corrected that over the years. They've got some really good pitching now. But Sheboygan beat them last night. Breaking pitches outside, evens the count at 1-1. There's still runners on first and second, but now we do have 1 out. Kolkoff is up. So far, Rindfleisch has 3 strikeouts and 3 walks. Pitch is up high. The Nationals are managed by Steve Elliott. He's been very instrumental in the running of the state league. I think he might be the president of the league. That pitch is in there on the outside corner for strike 2. Evens the count at 2-2. Rindfleisch fakes a pickoff move to second base. Two ball, 2 strike pitch coming up. Strike 3 called. Delayed call by the home plate umpire, but he got it right. Jason Worth calls Kolkoff out on strikes. No argument from Kolkoff. He knew it. just was very slow in making the call. A lot of the fans were like, what in the world's going on? And all of a sudden, okay, everything's okay now. He called him out. That takes us back to the leadoff hitter, Gavin Bennett. Bennett flew out to left his first time. Swing and a miss. Pettit trying to keep Bourbon close at second base, was dodging in behind him. You can see that on your as you watch the game. Joey out at shortstop, trying to force the runner back. Got to be careful though, it leaves a big hole on the left side of the infield. Kind of hard for Ross Chris to hold him close because he's out in heels are on the edge of the outfield with a left-handed batter up. One ball, two strike count. We have two outs, two runners on. We're in the top of the second. Swing and a miss, strike three. Rindfleisch works out of a two runners on, no out jam. Strikes out the side at the end of an inning and a half. No score. Stepping into the batter's box to lead off the bottom of the second is Jacoby Andreas, and we're looking at the sky to the northwest towards Howard's Grove, and Matt just was looking at the radar, and he said they're getting hit right now, right? Hopefully that'll stay north of us. Jacoby with a swings at a breaking pitch and misses it. Matt's getting ready. He'll be doing innings 3 and 4. Matt feeling pretty spunky tonight, not going back to the extra room to warm up. He's just ready to go. No warm-ups tonight, Matt. Andreas, another swing and a miss. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jacoby. Jacob Neese waiting on deck. John Keane pitching a pretty good ball game here so far. Got a lot of help from his outfielders in the first inning. Andreas got a piece of that pitch and fouled it off. Keene ready. Line drive. Just fair ball. Andreas lumbering around first, and he's going to be in second with a stand-up double. Boy, Matt and I both looked at it and thought it was foul. No signal from the home plate umpire. He just let the ball play out. And Jacoby, to his credit, knew it was going to be fair. He was running right out of the box. So Sheboygan has a runner in scoring position in Jacoby Andreas. And that brings up Jacob Neese. Neese steps in to the batter's box, hitting .239 on the season. Swing and a miss. Jacob with 9 doubles, leads the ball club in that department. Does have a triple and 2 home runs. When he hits it, it goes pretty far. Pitch looked low, but the umpire liked it. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is T.D. Walker. Jacoby taking a conservative lead off a second. Keene's no ball, 2 strike pitch goes way outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Andreas on at second, there's no score. Ball hit hard right down the third base line, but foul. Reed is in the house, Matt. He's hustling down to get that ball in foul territory. He must not be loose because he's not running very fast like he did that other game. Yeah, right. That was way back. Swing and a miss by Jacob. T.D. Walker is next. There's a very dark cloud just north of the left field fence. That dark cloud is got rain in it, but it's north of here. Yeah, you can see it on your screen. Look at that. Ground ball to short. Nice play by Rodman to throw out Walker. Andreas moves to third on that play. That brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Jimmy having a tough year so far, hitting .165. Does have 3 doubles and 3 home runs. Jimmy will get his groove. I'm not worried about that. He's got to work through it. Last year, Jimmy hit .277. 2 homers, 5 doubles. Swing and a miss. Count is even at 1-1. Andreas on at third. He led off the inning with a double. Matt, I'm working really hard over here trying to get you a lead. I know, trying to pick it up. Come on, Jimmy. One of the rowdies helping out Too Cool. Looks like they're packing up. Don't want to get caught in the rain with that equipment they have. Bouncing ball down the first base side. Picked up by Margot, and he takes it to the bag. Unassisted putout. After 2 complete, no score, but stay tuned. Matt will be on the mic when we come back.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Welcome back here, top of the third. Leading off for West Allis is Jonah Meidel. Meidel is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Struck out in the first inning. It's actually Ryan Flesh's first strikeout victim. At pitch called for a strike. And just last inning, you saw Mike said that that cloud was in left field. Now it's right hovering over center field. At pitch called for a ball. Still no score here in the top of the third. And Ryan Flesh comes set and now delivers. This one is hit. And now it's just foul. Neese had the chance to make a play. He's kind of waiting for it. Then it hit him and it went foul. Now third base coach and the ump will be discussing this. After a little discussion, Meidel comes back. Now we'll resume play as bat set up right on home plate. Just perched there. Ryan Flesh comes set to the mound now. Winds up and now delivers. Outside pitch called for ball 2. Even at 2-2, no outs here in top of the third. Ryan Flesh comes set, winds up, now delivers. Breaking pitch, and this one's hit it into right. Over there, Andreas can't make it in time. Still alive at 2-2 is Meidel. Andreas hustled his way over there, but wasn't there in time. Now Ryan Flesh comes set. Winds up and now delivers. This is popped up. Harry's in foul territory. And over the fence. And Harry can't make it. Kind of off balance attempt. Ball was just over the fence. Harry stuck his glove up but unable to make the catch. Had a nice interview with Harry before the game during warm-ups. If you haven't seen that, go to our Facebook page to see the interview of Harry. Oh, it smells like rain. Windows are open in the press box, and all you can smell is rain. Here comes the pitch from Ryan Flesh. Outside pitch. Called for ball 3. Full count now for Meidel. Rhineflesh comes set. Now winds up and now delivers. This one's hit right to Pettit. Scoops it, makes a throw. In time for out number 1. Nice charging play by Pettit. And now designated hitter batting Alex Elliott. Elliott walked his first time up. Rhineflesh is just gets on the mound and winds up and delivers. Usually some pitcher takes about 8 years for them to finally throw a pitch. Not Rhineflesh. He gets down to business. No, just like that, he's already come set. Winds up and now delivers. Called for strike 1. Counts even at 1-1. Oh, Rhineflesh winds up and now delivers. This is ripped into right field towards Andreas. Andreas is there to make the catch for out number 2. Now flag is picking up, going from left to right, outwards, so the ball will have some momentum I know. I just say that just last thing the cloud was in left, now it's in right. And it smells like rain. And rain is a good thing if you're a farmer, but not if you're a baseball fan. First pitch from Rhineflesh is called strike 1. All right, Rhineflesh winds up, breaking pitch, way high for ball 1. All right, Rhineflesh comes set yet again. You gotta beat the traffic rush. Breaking pitch inside called for strike 2. Counts 1-2 with 2 outs here. Here comes pitch from Reklias. Fastball, but fouled. Still alive is Elliott. Pitch just outside. Called for ball 2. Excuse me, that's Brian Huntzinger, not Alex Elliott. My apologies. Brian Huntzinger with a 2-2 count. Here comes a pitch from Reklias. High inside pitch, called for ball 3. Full count, 3-2. Rhineflesh, excuse me. Rhineflesh steps up and now delivers. Fastball, drop strike 3. But must foul ball hit batter's bat. Ever since he brought up Reklias, that's all in my head. I'm just like, it's not Reklias, he's not Reklias. Still full count for Huntzinger. 3-2 with 2 outs here in top of the 3rd. As Dark Cloud is just about to pass over, and that one's another walk for Huntzinger. You will advance to first base. Now batting for first baseman is Brady Margit. Margit's 0 for 1, struck out in the first inning. Who's it? Last strikeout to end the inning. Swing and miss for Margit. Or strike 1. Eric is in the house, as Mike says. Rhineflesh comes set. Winds up and now delivers. This is ripped. Foul. Can't really tell. Third base you can pretty see well, but for first base it's hard to see whether it'll go fair or not. As that's what happened with Andreas, as we thought up here in the press box it was going foul, but ends up being fair. Counts 0-2 on Margette. Now Rhineflesh comes set. Now winds up and delivers. High pitch for ball one. Rhineflesh comes set yet again. Quick looks over at first. Now winds up and delivers. Fastball. And Chris can't make the catch. Was right there to make the play. That'll be an E4. Now batting for West Allis is Charlie Bourbon.
Left fielder, number 35, Charlie Bourbon.
Bourbon is 1 for 1 with a single in the second inning. Rhineflesh comes set. Runners on first and second. Looks over at second. Looks back at second. Now winds up and delivers. Breaking pitch called for strike one. Rhineflesh comes set. Looks back at second, which is Huntzinger. This is hit fouled. West Allis is 10-3 in the state league. I do believe they're in second place, right behind Lombard. Lombard being 13-0 and the reigning champions for the past 18 years. As DJ says, something like that. And strikes him out swinging to end the top of the third. And after 2.5 innings of play, still all tied up at 0. But Sheboygan can change that while they're up next at bat. We'll be right back.
Last year's financial year,
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort System.
Welcome here in the bottom of the third inning.
Leading off for the A's,
for the A's is Joey Pettit. This will be his first at bat in tonight's game. And here comes the rain. Pettit lets one rip. That's a left field, but doesn't quite make it back there for out number one. Now leading.
number 35, Cole Erickson.
Now Cole Erickson, still his first at bat in tonight's game. Center fielder. I don't know, but fans are scurrying to stay dry. That pitch low, called for strike one. Is there like a completion rule game? Is it like 4 innings? This is bounced to third and easy throw from third to first for out number two. CJ said that to be called a completed game, had to play full 4 innings, and one team has to be winning. And you can see, I don't know how well you can see it, but looking over left field, you can just see the rain come down. And this is Ross Chris. Chris is 0 for 1 tonight's game. This is fouled back. Counts 1-1. And now you probably see that cloud is well past is often out of the stadium, but real pretty. Got the pink clouds to the right of me. That pitch called ball 2. Counts 2-1 for Ross Chris with 2 outs here. It's bottom of the 3rd. Swing and miss. Now end the inning. A quick 1-2-3 inning. I thought it was 2-1, but after 3, still tied with 0-0. West Allis will come up next to bat.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier Factory authorized dealer.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage.
You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Well, we're here at the top of the 4th inning after a quick shower. And now leading off for West Allis is Aaron Gex. Walked his first at bat. Ryan Flash still in the game. Still after 3, still tied at 0-0. Both teams had great opportunities to score, but wasn't able to punch those runs in. First pitch by Ryan Flash is called for strike 1. Ryan Flash already comes set. It's already like 1, 2, 3. Like, let's get at her. Here comes a pitch. Breaking pitch, just outside, called for strike 2. Ryan Flash comes set. Winds up, now delivers. Just outside, calls for ball 1. Counts 1-2. Ryan Flash comes set. Winds up, now delivers. And swing and miss from Gex. Makes that out number 1.
Shortstop number 6, Logan Roddick.
Now batting for West Alex is Logan Radaman. Here comes a pitch from Ryan Flash. Called for strike one. And Ryan Flash is ready to go. And now here comes the pitch. This one is right over his head. And it's a center field for a base hit. Hit the gap in between short and second, right? Almost hit second base. Now batting for West Alex is Kyle Kelkoff. Kelkoff is 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Struck out looking in the second inning. Still 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Ryan Flash is ready to go. And delivers for ball one. Just a hair outside. All right, Ryan Flash looks over at first and picks him off and gets him for out number 2. And a nice pickoff from Ryan Flash to Harry for out number 2. Now here comes Ryan Flash with the pitch. Inside pitch called for strike one. Now it's 1-1 with 2 outs instead of 1 after that pickoff. Ryan Flash delivers the pitch. Batter win, called for strike 2. 1-2 is the count with 2 outs there in top of the fourth. It seems like the arena has stopped. Just kind of looking at the lights. And this one's hit into right center. And Andreas with the almost with the ending out, but kind of a weird dive, but it would be a base hit. Now at the top of the lineup for the Nationals is Gavin Bennett. Bennett's 0 for 2 tonight's game. Flew out to left field in his first at bat and struck out in the second. Oh, Ryan Flash working with another batter on first. Last time that happened, he threw him out and picked him off. And he delivers, swing and a miss for strike one with 2 outs. Ryan Flash is all set. Looks over at first. And now here comes the pitch. Inside pitch. Called for ball one. Ryan Flash looking over at first. The runner isn't taking that much of a lead after what just happened. And here comes some pitch. Breaking pitch. Called for strike 2. 1-2 is the count. Ryan Flash taking some time to come set. First and going is strike 3 to end the top of the fourth. And after 3.5, still tied up at 0-0. Sheboygan will see if they can change that right after this.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome to the bottom of the fourth. And leading off for Sheboygan is Colin Butkevich. As Mike said in the first inning, Butkevich signed a contract with the Milkmen from Milwaukee. And this one is fouled. Or strike one. Got a nice rip of it. And this will be my last inning before Mike takes you on with the interview with Denny. And this is hit into left field, and fielder's there to make the catch for out number one. And now fan favorite coming up to bat, Harry Stout.
First baseman number 19, Harry Stout.
Harry's 0 for 1 in tonight's game. Looking to change that. And just before we came back on the air, Harry, the Trilling True Valley trivia question was, how many home runs has Harry hit in his career with the A's? As many of you know, last home game was Harry's 500th game. Hit 35, and coming into the season, came in with this season with only 25, and has 10 home runs this year and leading the club, and already has his personal best, which was 7 before this. He's already 3 past that, and we're only halfway through the season, so technically saying that Harry should end the season with about 20 home runs, just by, if my math adds up. Even count for Harry at 2-2 with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. No, come set. The swing and miss from Harry is strike 3 for out number 2. And now Northwood's chemical cleanup batter is a right fielder, Jacoby Andreas. And the flag has settled down now. First pitch inside for strike 1. Just a quick shower. That was it. Nothing too special on the radar. It looked like we're going to get hammered, but just a quick shower. Strike 2 for Andreas. Counts 0-2 with 2 outs here. Next inning, Mike will have an interview with the GM, Denny Moyer. And we have a record book right here. Most home runs in a season set in 1985 by Gene Mann is 18. Harry's needs 8 to go, and this one's popped up. And the center fielder's there to make the catch after second baseman, right fielder and center field come to triangulate it. After 4, still no score. The next inning we'll have interview with Mike with Denny Moyer. We'll be right back.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only Carrier.
We're getting ready to start the top of the 5th inning. Jonah Meidel, the center fielder, is going to lead it off. And joining me is Denny Moyer, longtime A's general manager. Denny, you've been a GM for a long time. Talk about the GM's job and how it works. I know you try to get players, but what's the process you have to go through?
Yeah, the GM's job is to put a team on the field, essentially, and a good team and a competitive team. And, you know, it's changed a lot over the years. It used to be you talk to the high school coaches. Got to pop up here. Fall. Talk to the high school coaches and they'd find out who the top players in town were, and they'd come and play with you.
Might want to try and get that kid from Ozaki.
Yeah, he's a good one. I think he's going to be gone, though. But now college coaches are calling us, want to place their kids with us. We got a good team, good program going here, and we got a base hit there. It's not good.
Coming up next for the Nationals is Alex Elliott. So you used to be able to approach the high school coaches, but it's morphed into more of the college coaches contacting you. Do you ever get contacted by Division I schools?
Yeah, I work closely with UWM Scotty Daffick down there. He's sent us a number of players over the years. But most of them in Chicago, Coach D on Chicago has sent us some players. But for the most part, they're Division III kids, state college kids, and independent private schools in Wisconsin. You know, that Northwoods leagues and the rest of these collegiate leagues just nab up all these Division I kids, whether they can play or not. And it doesn't leave much for the local teams, but we get it done. We usually attract pretty good kids here. We got a great club this year. A lot of nice kids, good kids, and good athletes.
One of the kids I would have loved to see play with Sheboygan was that Witter kid. Plays for Evansville. He's quite a shortstop.
He is. He started as a freshman over there. Played a lot for him, and he's from North, and he's one of our Legion kids here. He's a good one. There's no question about it. But they place him, and he's in Cleveland. I don't know where he's playing. I think it's in the Northwoods, but they just place him, you know.
Yeah, the coaches place him sometimes in leagues that they feel are better for him. But he's playing out east. I know his dad, Scott, and mom, Kelly, are heading out east to watch him play. Denny, a lot has been taken off your plate over the last few years, and I know that's a good thing. How will that help you to extend your time as a general manager?
That's a good question. I don't know. I used to kind of do it all, and now we got a great club here. A lot of good people. We got a new leader, so things. Yeah, Andrew Bigletti. So things have changed considerably, but I still keep busy and do all this stuff. Help do different things, but my job still is essentially as it always was, just to put a good team on the field.
I know one of the things, and we're sitting here, we're each keeping our own score page for the game, and we talked about you keep the book and still do the stats. That's kind of your area.
Yes, Tim's helping me a lot with that. Oh. Big deal. Foul ball here. It's strike one or whatever it is. Strike two. Forgot where we were. What were we talking about?
Stats.
Yeah, Tim's taking a lot of that off of me. I kept the books for years. We got pretty complete records on team and individual and one game and one season and career and all that stuff. And I do the state league book too, which is the same. It's a big job. I got card files at home on every player that ever played in the state league, so it's kind of interesting to keep all that stuff. Hopefully, if we ever get to build a museum we're talking about, we can put all that stuff in there. That'd be kind of nice. But yeah, stats is part of it. But this year, in the last couple of years, Tim's our manager now has been taking some of that stuff over, so that's taking that load off of me too.
One of the things that's nice about that is in terms of it's more electronic, a little easier to access and sort it out and that kind of thing. I would think that makes your job a little easier.
Not really. That's easier for a lot of people. I still do things with pencil and paper. That drives people nuts around here. But we got places loaded with techies that, oh, there's trouble. We caught up to it. No, we didn't. Fans are after. He lost that ball in the sky. That's a tough sky up there. People are watching. The people watching that play. That's T.D. Walker in center field. Might be the best defensive center fielder in the league. But you can't catch him if you can't see him.
Been there, done that. I remember the game in Kewaskum playing in the fog. And I saw it off the bat, and then I lost it, but I knew the general direction, and eventually it came into my glove. How long do you want to remain in this GM position, Denny?
Well, kind of until we get somebody that can do it, I guess. Somebody that's interested and wants to continue the program. You know, I set a standard here for the people we bring in. I tell them, you know, you gotta love baseball. You gotta be a dugout rat. You want to be at the ballpark more than any place in the world. You gotta have baseball right in your DNA. You know, you just gotta be part of your makeup and gotta want to play every day. And that's what we're building here is a program for kids that really want to play. And I think we got a bunch of them this year.
Looking at the people that are involved in the club activities, and I'm talking about the GM's job, Denny, if you had to pick someone to take over your position, who do you think would be able to fill that position?
Well, I think I'd like Tim and Kenny Neese to work together on that, just like they're working together on this ball club this year. Kenny's come on as kind of an assistant manager, and he's doing a great job with Tim. Tim knows the game. You know, it's just a matter of getting familiar with the college coaches, and that's easy enough to do. You know, they need us as much as we need them. But as it stands right now, Marty, I don't know who else would do it other than Tim and Kenny.
Margette is up, and he hits one out to Walker, and Walker catches that one. And that ends the top half of the fifth inning. No score yet, but don't go too far away, because when we come back, Denny will continue this interview with Denny Moyer, Sheboygan A's GM.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And
please be quiet.
listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Leading off the bottom of the fifth for Sheboygan will be Jacob Neese. John Keane for the Nationals, and Brad Reinfleisch for Sheboygan. Those two pitchers have really pitched a dandy. We got Denny Moyer up here. Denny, you really like doing that 50-50 raffle, and even up here we'll say up. Talk about that a little bit and how that all developed.
I wish I knew. I don't know how that ever happened. I just dawned upon me that'd be a good way to eliminate the fans and get them involved in it. People watching this know what we're talking about, but we get the winning ticket, and the first number we ask them everybody to stand up. And then if we call the number you have, we can stay standing. So in theory, the one person will be standing at the end. Now they kind of get lost in the shuffle. Not everybody plays by the rules. But it's just kind of fun, and people holler and yell about what numbers they got, and it's just adds something to it. How it started, I don't know. I just did it one day, I guess. Another one of my brilliant ideas, Marty.
In all seriousness, Denny, you've had a lot of them. How has the change with Andrew being the executive director affected you and the club? So it's a two-part question. How's it affected you first?
Well, it's a little too early to tell, but Andrew's picked up a lot of the busy work kind of stuff, the fundraising, the selling ads, the sending out the bills, doing all that stuff. I used to do all that stuff, and he's taken over that, and that's just been a big help. And he's also taken over the pretty much the coordination of the club along with Scott Stengel, our president, and trying to recruit volunteers and get the place cleaned up, get the brats fried, get everything done that needs to be done. And it's working out pretty well. He's doing a good job. And come on here, hurry up. We don't get those bounces, yeah. But so it's something that needed to be done too. I think that the days of somebody volunteering as much as I did are pretty much gone. I'm not bragging or complaining here, but I think those days are gone. And I did it because I loved it, and I loved the kids, I loved the game and all that stuff. And I think people today have the same amount of passion for the game, but there's too many other things going on. They just can't devote themselves to it. So that's one of the things.
Seemed like when Andrew came up and we talked, one of the things he talked about was getting board members that specialize in certain areas so they could help the club in that area. Like I think the latest addition had to do with was a bank executive and helps in that realm. Talk about that a little bit, the board members.
That would solve a lot of problems if we get people with expertise in different areas. Again, not bragging or complaining, but years ago I used to file all the income taxes, do all that stuff. And now if you got somebody that knows what they're doing, and it's much easier and quicker for them, just for one thing, but to get it done right and everything, that's important. And another thing is insurance. I used to always deal with the insurance companies, and now we got a guy, Mike Leroy, that helps us with the insurance. Those things, people in these different areas of expertise really make a difference. So I think that's a great idea, and I hope we can follow through and get that done.
T.D. Walker just went down on strikes. That brings up Jimmy Jurgensen. Danny, the club has really changed, especially over the last maybe 2 years. The question to you is, as you look back at how the club was and how it is now, is this version way back over the head of the right fielder and off the wall? Jurgensen's going to cruise into second with a double, and he'll hold on there. So with 2 outs, Sheboygan threatening to score. That's going to bring up Joey Pettit. Pettit had a hot streak going about a week or so ago. Hopefully he can come up with a clutch hit. But anyway, the question was, as you look back at how the club was, how it is now, is this the version you had expected for the club back when all this got started?
I don't know if expected is the right word. I dreamed about it. I thought it'd be nice just if I could just putz around with the baseball part of it and make sure the field is ready and the players are here without having to worry about fundraising and all that kind of stuff. So I can't say that I expected it, but it certainly is a vision and something we looked for and wanted to get done. We need a base hit here, Marty. I'm nervous. Hang on, folks. Joey's liable to. Oh, geez, bad call. Joey's pretty good little ball player. He's at Whitewater. He's going to be a good player for us. He's just liable to punch one through here. Pitches for us too. Fans are after the plate on tonight. I don't know if that's good or bad what he's doing out there.
They're not after you, Denny.
Yeah, come on, Joey, do something here. Joy is from West Bend. He played his high school baseball at Marquette in Milwaukee. He's at Whitewater now. Interesting situation there too with Whitewater. Well, he took about 6 swings. They said you're a pitcher. I think he's a pretty good shortstop. I think they missed on him. Yeah, I think he's a nice player.
Well, that ends the 5th inning, and Denny, I want to thank you for coming up and chatting with us. The A's are what you've expected, and they're developing and getting even better.
We're growing. We're getting better. The entire program is getting better on all ends, and we had good ball players out there, great kids, and it's grown up. And Marty, I want to thank you for what you do here too. We're talking about volunteers. People out there don't understand that. We got a guy here with some expertise, and he's doing a great job for us. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Denny. I appreciate it. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with Matt doing the 6th and 7th inning.
Welcome back here in the top of the 6th. Out in right field is Cooper Gussie. And attendance for tonight, we had 309 paid. And in the house, we have 223. And leading off for West Allis is Charlie Bourbon. Ryan Flesh still pitching for Sheboygan. After 5, he's been doing a good job. Still tied at 0-0. Ryan Flash delivers. This one's hit right to Nice. Picks it up, but can't make the scoop. That'll be a hit for Bourbon. And now batting for West Allis is Aaron Gex, the right fielder. Now, don't know if Ryan Flesh's shoe went out. Don't know what's going on the mound. Mound's getting a little muddy, so it's told from CJ. So a putty knife is given to Ryan Flesh to clean off his cleats. We'll take a short break while Ryan Flesh cleans off his cleats. Still no outs here in the top of the 6th. We'll be right back. Well, if you're wondering where I was, my perfect night's over. After we were giving Bill a hard time. But welcome back anyways. Top of the 6th here with 2 outs. Counts 3-2. 2 runs in after a home run, 2-run home run by Gex. Thought that last pitch from Rindfleisch hit the batter, but didn't. Now here comes the pitch. This is fouled down into the A's dugout, or into the woods of no return. Deeply sorry about leaving you hanging with no commentating. Sometimes, well, if you don't like the sweet, soothing voice of Matt Crawley, then, well, you probably enjoyed it. I do deeply apologize for that. It's 3-2 with 2 outs here, top of the 6th. West Allis now leads at 2-0. And Bennett hanging in there on a full count. All that matters is that Mike has now a perfect day. Rindfleisch now delivers a pitch. Breaking pitch just high and outside for ball 4. That opportunity, you gotta make those plays when they're given. If not, then that's how they take the lead. Now batting for West Allis is Jonah Meidel. Meidel is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. Hit a single, grounded out, and struck out. All right, Rindfleisch looks over at first, now delivers. This is popped into right. Gussie is there to make the catch to end the inning. After 5.5, West Allis takes the lead. 2-0. See if Sheboygan can bounce back from that inning. We'll be right back.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Welcome back to the bottom of the 6th, where West Allis leads at 2-0. New pitcher for West Allis, Andrew Jack. And we have the numbers from from John Keene. Keene pitched for 5 innings, gave up 3 hits, no runs, no earned runs, didn't walk any batters, and struck out 5. So a very good game for him in tonight. And now batting for Sheboygan is JT Reed.
Leading off for the A's.
I believe he's substituting for Erickson. So fresh is JT Reed. 0 for 0. First at bat in tonight's game. He's hitting .233. He has 9 stolen bases, which one behind Chris, I do believe. That pitch called for strike, counts even at 1-1. You usually see Reed and pinch hitting, pinch running. He's a speedster of the team. That one follows for strike 2. Counts 1-2 on Reed. And he's also a former national, so knows his team very well. Played the play ball tournament with Sheboygan, then went to play with nationals. I believe 2 weeks ago he came back to. Excuse me. He played 2 seasons ago with the nationals. Ooh. Now he's playing for Sheboygan. Counts even at 2-2. Jack is as Mike said, the big left-hander. Winds up and delivers, and Reed follows for stay alive. Now waiting for a ball. Ball boy delivers. 2-2 for Reed. Now Jack looking for the sign. Gets ready. Now delivers. Break pitch is high. Full count for Reed. 3-2. Well, Jack comes down the mound. Delivers. And Reed strikes out swinging for out number 1, the bottom of the 6th. Now batting for Sheboygan is Ross Chris.
Second baseman number 31, Ross Chris.
Chris is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Flew out into right, then struck out. Sheboygan desperate for runs. Forgot to mention, but Sheboygan is 1-2 against the Nationals this year. Hosted them here at the play ball tournament and beat them there. And then they went to West Allis and lost 2 games there. So home advantage is considered to be a big deal, as both home teams have won when they're here, and Sheboygan trails 2-0. Now Bennett talks to his pitcher, Jack. Only one out here in the bottom of the 6th. Counts even at 1-1 for Ross Chris. And Jason Worth going out to talk to, see what was going on. Trots back. As we are ready to resume play here at Wildwood Park. Jack is ready to go and is all set. Delivers. Bounce back for strike 2. Counts 1-2 on Ross Chris. Now Jack is set, delivers, and Chris strikes out swinging, and that'll be out number 2 for Sheboygan. And now batting is
Catcher, number 12,
Colin Butkevich. Kavich is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. 1 for 2 in tonight's game. Had a single, but went second and was thrown out. And then he flied up. First pitch is a strike. But Kavich is a switch hitter, as CJ has just told me. That pitch down low in the ground for ball one. I don't have a baseball mind. I have a wrestling mind. And now that pitch for ball two counts 2-1. CJ still trying to process everything as CJ's been telling me stuff. But first two bats for Butkevich was batting left-handed with a right-handed pitcher. Now with a left-handed pitcher batting righty. He's a switch hitter, just like with JT Reed. Counts even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Here comes a pitch and low for ball 3. Full count at 3-2 for Butkevich. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. Now Jack comes set in the mound, now delivers. This is hit into right center. And makes it. He's going to go second again, but going to stay back at first after the first time what happened to him. Nice big fly into right center for a base hit. And up to bat is the man, the myth, the legend, Harry Stelp.
Number 19, Harry Stelp.
2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Sheboygan trails 2-0. Jack looks over at Butkevich, now delivers. Harry swings on first pitch, which you usually don't see from him. Counts 0-1 now. Stelt's 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Flew out to right and struck out swinging. And Jack said, now here it is. Fouls off the catcher. 0-2 the count for Harry, already down 2 strikes. You have Cooper Gussie up on deck. Jack looks over at first at Butkevich. Looks over at him again. Now delivers to Harry. Pitch just high for ball 1. Jack looks over at Butkevich on first. Not much of a lead from Butkevich. Now here comes. And Harry drills one. And is caught. Was looking good. Sounded good. Didn't get the distance that it needed. And after that, after 6, West Allis wins it. Doesn't win. Leads 2-0. Bottom of the 7th. They'll be up to bat again. We'll be right back.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort Systems, Sheboygan's only carrier.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Sometimes you'd rather stay in the car. With free pickup, you can. Just order ahead in the Meijer app.
Welcome back to the top of the seventh here. Pitching change for Sheboygan. In for Sheboygan is Mac Doherty. Do have the numbers for Ryan Flash. Ryan Flash pitched 6 innings. Gave up 6 hits, 2 runs. Both of those runs were earned. Walked 5 batters and struck out 10 and gave up 1 home run. Now batting for West Alex is Alex Elliott. Doherty looking for signs. Comes set. And this one is deep, and off the wall. That'll be a solid double for Elliott. Just missed the going over the fence, which if you're a Sheboygan fan, thank God. Now batting for West Alex is Brian Huntzinger. Huntzinger is 0 for 1 tonight's game with 2 walks. Doherty delivers. Called for ball 1. Doherty looks back at second. Delivers. This is fly up into left center. There to make it. And transition dropped. So still an out. And we have the number. Ryan Flesh threw 125 pitches before he went out. And now batting for West Alice is Brady Margette. Margette is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Pitch delivered outside for strike 1. With 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Already looking back at second. Throws the pitch just a tad outside for ball 1. That pitch is a ball. Makes count 2-1. And Marquette is 0 for 3. Had an error. Reached on an error. This is hit fouled into the woods of no return. Counts even at 2-2 with 1 out here in the top of the 7th. West Allis leads it 2-0. We got a nice little motorcycle. And Doherty takes a step off the mound. So we got Elliott on second, who started off this inning with that killer double into right field. Now here comes the pitch. This is popped up, and Nice and Pakevich was going back. That ball falls in the stand. Still alive at 2-2. Last time that we saw that happen, nasty accident had happened. Counts still 2-2 for Margate. Doherty looks at Elliott, delivers, pitch just inside for ball 3. Low and inside. Full count. 3-2. 1 out here in top of the 7th. Sheboygan looking to get back on the offense so that have a chance to tie or even win this game. And strikes him out swinging for out number 2. Now batting for West Allis is Charlie Bourbon. Bourbon is 2 for 3 tonight's game. 2 singles and a strikeout. Now Doherty gets set. Looks back at Elliott to just keep him in check. This is Chris is there to make it in a leaning grab by Harry, out number 3 to end the top of the 7th. Sheboygan will be up to bat right after this. West Allis 2, Sheboygan 0. Welcome back to the bottom of the 7th. Pitching change for West Allis is Antonio Valdez. And we do have the numbers from Andrew Jack. Pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit, and struck out 2 batters. Nothing too special from Jack. And first pitch from Antonio is a ball inside. Pitch, inside strike. And Cooper Gussie is up, replacing Jacoby Andreas in this game. Gussie swings at it, gets a nick of it, and strike two. Counts 1-2 in the bottom of the seventh. Gussie is hitting 178, which is struggling relatively low, and this one is fouled. Still keeping alive at 1-2. Gussie does have a double in this year, and this is fouled yet again. And goes into West Allis's Nationals dugout. Mike taking a quick detour to check up on the Bucks game. We have a nice little setup in here. Last time I checked, Milwaukee was losing 99-78. Not looking good for Milwaukee. A swing and miss from Gussie makes that out number one. And batting for Sheboygan now is Jacob Neese.
Third baseman number 17, Jacob Neese.
Neese is 0 for 2 in tonight's game. Grounded out and struck out. It's been all Wes Allis. Antonio delivers a strike on his first pitch to Neese. Antonio pitter patter and getting right at her. Ticked foul for strike two. Went off the ref. Went off the umpire.
Just when I think I'm making progress.
Give me a break. This takes a bounce right to third and third to first and the easy out for out number two. And now up to bat is T.D. Walker. With 2 outs in the bottom of the seventh. With not much left to play. Sheboygan needs to get their gears grinding. This is see if they can make something work. Here comes a pitch. Inside pitch called for strike one. Seems like all those first pitches for Antonio have been inside. Called for strikes. Pitch called for strike two. Antonio looking for the signs. T.D. Walker already facing an 0-2 count. And here comes Antonio with the pitch and a strikeout swinging. 1-2-3 inning for Antonio. And taking over the last 2 innings will be Mike. See if he can get us the lead. As Mike likes to say, make us trail, but he'll take the lead back for the last 2 innings. Sheboygan trails it 2-0.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
Leading off the top of the eighth for the Nationals is Aaron Gex. Gex had the big hit of the ball game, a long 2-run homer to right field. And that's where we stand right now. West Allis on top, 2-0. Matt Doherty still on the hill for Sheboygan. Gex is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He walked, struck out, and hit that 2-run homer. Line score in the ball game: the Nationals have 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. Sheboygan, no runs, 4 hits, and 1 error. And one of the keys to the success for the Nationals is their pitchers have not issued 1 walk tonight, and only allowed 4 hits. Sheboygan has not had many base runners. Matter of fact, they've never had 2 base runners in an inning. Count is 2 balls and no strikes. Reed playing left field, came in for Erickson, and I know Matt mentioned this. Cooper Gussie's out in right. He's in for Jacoby Andreas. Rest of the A's lineup is as it was at the beginning. Gex checks the swing. It's a ball, 3 balls and 1 strike. Waiting on deck is Logan Rademan. Ortiz pitches outside for ball 4. Sheboygan has not had a 1-2-3 inning on West Allis tonight. They've always had base runners. As a matter of fact, according to my count, they've left 10 runners on base. Sheboygan's fortunate to be down only 2. Logan Rademan up. He's 1 for 3. Singled back in the 4th and struck out twice. Little pop fly out to right. That's going to drop for a single. And Gussie dropped the ball. Makes a strong throw to third, but not in time. Give Rademan a single. And then Gex goes to third on the E9. Second error on Sheboygan. And West Allis has runners on the corners with nobody out. They already lead it 2-0. Doherty's got himself a jam now. Kyle Kalkoff is up. He's 1 for 3. He also singled back in the 4th. Swing and miss, strike 1. Got Stelt at first. Ross Christ at second. Nice over at third. And Joey Pettit at short. Colin Butkevich is catching. Mac Doherty's on the mound. I just talked about the outfield, so we won't go through them. Pitch is up just a little bit. Evens the count at 1-1. Big thank you goes out to Denny Moyer for stopping up and talking with us about the Sheboygan A's and his job. If you get the Sun, make sure you check each week. He has a feature in there called Echoes from the Dugout. Gave a nice tribute to Harry Stelt in the latest issue. Pitch is down low. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Infield is not up. Short and second are deep, looking for the double play. Harry's holding the runner at third, and Nice over at third is a step or two behind the bag. Another pitch up high. It's 3-1 now. Sheboygan pitchers have had trouble finding the strike zone tonight. Brad Reinflesch had 5 walks in only 6 innings, and CJ was saying he can't remember a time when he's been behind in the count on so many batters. Bouncing ball to Nice. He can't make the play. Tried the old Matador move and it didn't work. That's an E5, and it allows a run to score. And still nobody out. Now there's runners on first and second. Two errors in the inning, 3 in the ball game for Sheboygan. That's errors I'm talking about. Gavin Bennett is up. Bennett walked his last time. Doherty trying to work out of a jam, allowing only 1 run. It's 3-0 now. Sheboygan has not been able to generate any offense to speak of. The fly ball out to left. Reed has it measured. Makes the catch for out number 1. And that brings up Jonah Meidel. Meidel's 1 for 4 in the ball game. He got a hit back in the 5th when it was thrown out at second base on an interesting play by T.D. Walker. Meidel was on first. Elliott hit a looper to short center, and Meidel didn't know if it was going to be caught or not, so he could only go a part of the way. Well, it wound up being dropped by Walker, but Walker was able to recover and make a throw to second to get Meidel on a force play. And then later in that inning, TD was able to catch a long fly ball to end the inning. Right now we have runners on first and second, 1 out and a run in. Meidel tries to bunt his way on and fouls it back. Alex Elliott is waiting on deck. He doubled his last time up. Line drive over the head of Pettit. And the runner on second, Rodman, is going to score easily. The runner that was on first is going to come all the way around and score. And Meidel's on second with a 2-run double. And it's now 5-0 West Allis. Oh boy. Tim Moyer coming out, and he's going to replace Doherty with Ethan Scherg. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll tell you some results from Doherty's trip to the mound and about Ethan Scherg. Mac Doherty went 1 1/3 innings. He gave up 3 hits. He's allowed 3 runs so far. He's also responsible for the runner on second base. He allowed 1 walk and did strike out a batter. Ethan Scherg is in the ball game pitching. Jacob Kaiser pinch hitting for Elliott. Ball in the dirt allows the runner Meidel to go to third. I'm not sure if that was a wild pitch or a pass ball. Thought I heard it bounce. Mark it as a wild pitch. Scherg making his 4th appearance of the season. He's only pitched 3 2/3 innings. Has not had much success. Allowed 8 hits in those 3 innings. Ethan has seen most of his action behind home plate, doing a lot of catching. He's come up with some big hits. Walks Kaiser. And that puts runners on first and third with Brian Hunsinger up.
Second baseman number 21, Brian Hunsinger.
Hunsinger in the ball game is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. West Dallas has broken the game open with 3 runs so far in the top of the 8th. Ryan Flesch went the first 6. Although he struggled with his control, he did record 10 strikeouts and limited West Dallas to only 2 runs. I mean, that's not such a bad job of pitching. The problem is the hitting. Sheboygan has a team average coming into tonight at 250. Let me check that. Small print. 260, which isn't necessarily bad, but pitchers for West Dallas have really held down the Sheboygan hitters tonight. Count to Hunsinger now is 2 balls and 1 strike. Kaiser's on at first. Meidel over at third. Scherg having trouble finding the plate. Manager Tim Moyer is pacing in front of the A's dugout. Right down Main Street with that strike. 3-2 is the count. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 8th. Hunsinger spoils that pitch, fouls it away. There's a line drive out to right field. That's going to drop for a hit. Gussie picks it up and fires it back in, but not before Meidel scores from third. And Kaiser moves over to second. Another run for West Dallas, 6-0 now. Gloria Gaynor in the background singing. Pretty peppy song. I don't feel that peppy. Brady Margette is up. Brady's 0 for 4. I will survive. Tim Moyer's wondering what's going on with this ball club. We just can't put a bunch of wins together. They're 15 and 16 coming into tonight. Had a nice win at Menasha, but just have not performed well here this evening. That brings up Charlie Bourbon. There are 2 outs now. Margette flew out to center field. Charlie Bourbon is up. He's 2 for 4 with a run scored. Doherty has allowed 4 runs, but 2 of those have been earned. So his line is complete. Check that. Earned runs for Mac is 3, not 2. The runners on base are the responsibility of Ethan Scherg. The hard ground ball to Pettit. He picks it up and tosses to second for the force out. And 4 more runs in for West Allis as we head to the bottom of the 8th. The Nationals are up 6-0.
Last year's financial year, excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
Carrier asks, what does comfort mean to you? We know it means more than just the temperature. And the people who invented modern air conditioning keep inventing new ways to make you comfortable. Carrier, turn to the experts.
For your heating and cooling needs, call Advanced Comfort.
Stepping up to lead off the bottom of the 8th is Jimmy Jurgensen. Jurgensen is 1 for 2 with a double. Hit a long ball off the wall in right back in the 5th inning. That hit came after 2 were out. Sheboygan, at that point, it was 0-0, and Sheboygan had a chance to take the lead, but Joey Pettit wasn't able to come through with the clutch hit. 1-1 is the count to Joey. Antonio Valadez still on the hill for the Nationals. Well, I thought Brad Reinflesh worked quick. Antonio is really a quick worker. He throws pretty hard, too. Breaking pitch is just outside. Force at second. A good way to start the inning with a walk. First walk of the game for
shortstop number 25, Joey Pettit.
first walk of the game for the Nationals. That brings up Joey Pettit. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Breaking pitch is up high. With that one walk, Sheboygan has not had many base runners. We mentioned that. And according to my count, they've only left 3 runners on base. To their credit, the West Allis pitchers have accumulated 9 strikeouts in the ball game. Swing and a miss by Joey. Evens the count at 2-2. West Allis on top, 6-0. They broke it up, broke the game open with a 4-run 8th inning. That really hurt. Broken bat, grounder to third, and do or die play by Kalkoff, and he wasn't able to make it. Give Pettit an infield single, and that bat died a hero's death. If you're going to crack your bat, you always want to have it happen on a base hit, and that's what happened with Joey. That's going to bring up J.T. Reed.
Left fielder, number 3, J.T. Reed.
Reed struck out his first time up. They're looking for the other half of the bat. All right, Sheboygan's got something going now. 2 runners on, nobody out. Reed is up. Let's see what JT can do. Third baseman Kalkoff is up a little bit. And JT squares around to bunt, but pulls off. I think the idea there is to get as many runners on base as you can. He's not sacrificing to move the runners over. They're down too many runs for that. With that called strike, the count is now even at 1-1. Jurgensen's on at second. Pettit's on at first. Valadez's pitch is outside. It's 2-1. Sheboygan trying to get something going here late in the game. They haven't been able to generate any offense so far. Swing and a miss. Waiting on deck is Ross Christ. Slow roller to short. Flip to second for the force. No chance for the double play with the speedy Reed running down the line. So with 1 out, Ross Christ is up. Let's see if Reed tries to steal second. Probably be better for Ross Christ if Reed stays on first, because it takes the first baseman out of fielding position. There's a big hole on the right side of the infield for Christ to work with. Pitch is outside. With the big lead, Bennett is going to be thrown down trying to get Reed on a steal attempt. Christ with a swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Ross has had a tough night tonight. He's 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts. You don't see that very often. Swinging a foul tick right into the mitt of Bennett, and Reed gets credit with a stolen base. And 2 runners in scoring position now for Sheboygan with only 1 out. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Christ grounds it in the hole, and taking it to the bag for the unassisted putout is the first baseman, Margette. So Chris grounds out, but he does bring home a run. Sheboygan's first run of the ball game. Reed on the play moves over to third with Jurgensen scoring.
12, Colin Budgivis.
2 outs now with a runner on third. Sheboygan still down. It's 6-1. Colin Butkevich has had a nice night with a couple of hits. Reed taking a pretty nice lead over at third. Down 5 runs. That 1 run he represents isn't enough. Can't be taking too many chances. Count is now 2 balls and 1 strike. Sheboygan's next games are tomorrow night. They're at Kewaskum. And then on Thursday of this week, they play at Appleton. And then Saturday, the 3rd, they have a doubleheader at Kenosha. Our next live stream game will be July 6th. That's a Tuesday when Menasha comes to town. That'll also be a doubleheader. They're making up a rained-out game earlier in June. That doubleheader will start at 6 o'clock. Pass ball. Here comes Reed. He's going to score. And Butkevich walks. Six to 2. Hey, anything can happen.
First baseman number 19, Harry Stout.
That brings up Harry Stout. Harry's last time up, he hit a bomb out to left field that looked like it might have a chance. It was well short, but it sure sounded nice. Harry on the night is 0 for 3. Sheboygan only has 5 hits. High pop up into the outfield. Center fielder calls for it and makes the catch. Meidel was run into by his left fielder, Bourbon, but Meidel able to hang on, and that ends the 8th inning for Sheboygan, but not before they get 2 runs through 8 complete. West Allis on top, 6 to 2.
I'm not usually... I've never really been into this sappy, corny, mushy garbage. You know what? I'm going for it.
You are completely and utterly
Awesome. Great. I'm glad you showed up.
in my life.
I could never get through this world without you. You are really close to my...
Heart!
I think I'm about to cry. You better not.
Every single time I...
Get down, get down!
There you are. You always have...
My back, my back. I'm so glad you're alive.
It's like all these tiny little things...
Yes, things.
...are serious and kind of important.
You gotta hold it like a baby bird.
And...
Please be quiet.
Listen. You hear that?
That's a little something I like to call
Friendship.
Ethan Scherg is still on the hill for Sheboygan, and he'll be facing Aaron Gex.
Leading off the West Allis, right fielder number 34, Aaron Jack.
Gex is 1 for 2 with a couple of walks. He had the big blow of the ball game, a 2-run homer in the 6th inning. Sherg's first pitch is way high. Rindfleisch had 5 walks. Doherty had 1 walk in his inning and a third, and in 2/3 of an inning so far, Ethan has a walk also. 7 walks in the game. Not good control by Sheboygan's pitchers tonight. Curveball, big curveball is in for a strike. Sherg very inconsistent with his breaking pitch. So far, Valadez has allowed 2 runs. Only one of those is earned. That breaking pitch is in there. Good job by Ethan to get Gex for the first out in the 9th. That brings up Logan Radaman. Logan is 2 for 4 with a run scored. Was the victim of a Brad Rindfleisch pickoff move way back in the 4th inning. Fastball is on the outside corner for strike 1. 1-1 is the count. We're in the top of the 9th inning. West Allis on top, 6-2. It'll be Cooper Gussie, Jacob Neese, and T.D. Walker in the bottom of the 9th for Sheboygan. Hopefully those fellas can get something going again. Making pitches up high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. There's 1 out. We're in the top of the 9th. Ethan Sherg on the mound for Sheboygan. We'll go through Doherty's totals because we did some changing. He pitched an inning and a third. Gave up 3 hits, 4 runs. 3 of those were earned. Walked 1 and struck out 1. A breaking pitch out of the strike zone for a walk. It's Ethan's 2nd walk of the ball game. Kyle Kalkoff, the 3rd baseman for West Allis, is up next. Kyle is 1 for 4. Rodman taking a pretty nice lead over there. The pitch looked pretty good. Umpire Worth didn't see it that way. Called it a ball. Crew tonight has done a nice job. Bill Ducott on the bases. Jason Worth behind home plate. Sure comes set. Say, dancing around over at first base is Rodman. Might want to keep an eye on that fella. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kyle Kolkoff. Swing and pop up in foul territory. Harry Stelt had a relatively easy catch and he just whiffed it. Give him an error. That should have been caught. He had a play earlier where he actually had to get up against the fence. That was a tougher play, and he wasn't able to catch up to it. But that one there, the fence was not an issue. Now I can't see Matt. Oh, hit by pitch. Kolkoff. Alrighty, we got runners on first and second. And coming up as the leadoff hitter, Gavin Bennett. Sure comes set and delivers. Line drive out to right. That drops for a hit. Gussie picks it up and throws it in quickly. Keeps the runner on second. Radaman from scoring, but now the bases are loaded and still only 1 out. That's going to bring up Jonah Meidel. Meidel had a 2-run double that just missed going out. Sherd comes set. And pitch is called a strike. I think it was on a swing. Meidel was not able to check his swing. Ball's hit foul. One of the West Dallas players was in foul ball territory, and he wasn't able to make the play either. By breaking ball, Nice picks and throws. Good scoop by Harry Stelt over at first. He's bailed on Nice out a couple of times tonight. But with that ground out, another run comes in for West Dallas. There are now 2 outs. And Jacob Kaiser up. Kaiser walked his first trip. That was back in the 8th. Pinch hit for Elliott at that juncture. First pitch is a strike. Nice breaking ball by Ethan Scherg. Fly ball out to center. Walker over, makes the easy catch. And we're done with the top of the 9th. Sheboygan will be coming up in the bottom of the 9th, down 7-2.
All right, guys, we got teriyaki, honey barbecue, and mild. Enjoy. All right, DOA wings, hottest on the menu.
You got a problem?
last year's financial year. Excuse me.
Sometimes you need to get out.
The great outdoors.
Free pickup's easy. Just order ahead in the Meyer app.
E.J. Hess now on the mound for the Nationals. And give you Antonio Valadez's numbers. He went 2 innings, 1 hit, 2 runs, 1 was earned, walked 2 and struck out 2. Cooper Gussie stepping into the batter's box to lead off the bottom of the 9th. Tall task here for Sheboygan. They're down by 5, 7-2. They've done it before. See if they can do it here tonight. The way it stands right now, John Keane would be the winning pitcher for West Allis. Line drive, stabbed by Kalkoff at third. A great diving play. Throws across for the out. Gussie got robbed. Fine play by Kyle Kalkoff. That's tough. And the losing pitcher would be Brad Reinflesch, the starter for Sheboygan. No saves would be awarded. That's his first pitch to Nice's ball. Jacob 0 for 3. Sheboygan has not turned the lineup over very much today because they just haven't gotten many guys on base. Nice play over there at shortstop by Radaman, and he gets Nice on a 6-3 putout. And that brings up T.D. Walker. Walker swings at that first pitch, misses. Pitches the ball, evens the count at 1-1. Sheboygan's next game is tomorrow night at Kewaskum. They're at Appleton on Thursday night, July 1st. Fly ball to left is caught, and that ends the ball game. Line score for tonight's game: West Allis 7 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Sheboygan 2 runs, 5 hits, and 4 errors. The winning pitcher is John Keane. The losing pitcher is Brad Reinflesch. Our next live stream broadcast will be Tuesday, July 6th. Pay attention here, Matt. When the A's host Menasha in a Northeastern Wisconsin League doubleheader, Matt will have the first game by himself. I'll be in, and I'm not sure if we're going to tag team it for game 2, but you'll be doing game 1 alone. With that, again, West Allis winner tonight, 7-2. Until the 6th, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you down the road.